on the job. A Home Depot employee stabbed by a coworker.
I have this associate bleeding to death at my store now.
The frantic 911 call and what led to the violent confrontation.
Rain is moving out, cooler air is moving in, and by next week, a feel of winter in the air.
Fighting the fat. Artery clog trans fat on the chops for your favorite foods.
And habits of the rich. 6 things wealthy people do that could pad your wallet.
Live from our studios in Boston, WBZ News at 5 starts right now.
We begin right away with some breaking news this evening. High-powered rifles stolen from an FBI SWAT team vehicle. Good evening to you. I'm Johnathan, Eilias.
I'm Paula, Ebben. It's pretty alarming. The FBI is putting out an urgent call for help. Lisa Hughes is here now with the details. Lisa?
Well, Paula and Johnathan, these guns were stolen from an FBI SWAT vehicle that was parked on a street in Andover. Now, we're working to get pictures of these 2 weapons, but right now we'll tell you what they are. The first one is a Colt M16A1 rifle. The other is an HS Precision Pro Series 2000 sniper rifle. Investigators are saying that a thief stole them sometime last night or early this morning, and that in that same time period, in that same area, items were also stolen from other cars. The FBI issued a statement late that it continues to devote significant resources to locate these weapons, determine who stole them, and remove them from the possession of unauthorized individual or individuals who may have them. Right now, the FBI is also offering a $20,000 reward for information that helps the agency get the weapons back. Clearly, they do not want these guns out there in the wrong hands. If you have any information, call the FBI or Andover Police, and if we get the pitched guns, we'll be sure to get them on the air. Paula, Johnathan.
All right, Lisa, thank you. Also tonight, it was cops instead of contractors at a Quincy Home Depot after 2 employees got into a violent fight. Now, the 2 were stocking shelves when they exchanged words.
Then one man pulled out a knife, stabbing the other. Christina Hager joining us live in Quincy this evening with the very latest on this one tonight. Christina?
Johnathan, tonight the Home Depot here in Quincy open again after preserve police. 37-year-old Corey Frederick, who's from Cambridge, police tell me he is out of surgery and he is listed as stable but still critical condition. The store had been open for nearly 2 hours before the police tape went up and the doors closed. 36-year-old Jamal Boyd and a coworker he had an ongoing beef with were arguing in aisle 13 while stocking shelves. A coworker called 911.
911 in the quarter line, what's your emergency? I have this associate bleeding to death at my store right now at Willard Street at Home Depot. Home Depot? Yeah, Willard Street, 177 in Quincy. I need police and ambulance now.
Police say after Boyd stabbed his coworker, he ran into the woods. A short search, but police would find out he was not playing hard to get.
We got a phone number from one of the employees. He called the number on the cell phone, and the suspect answered the phone. He said he was lost in the woods, but he agreed to come back to the scene.
Officers with dogs here to greet Boyd and arrest him. Investigators in and out of the store with what they described as a lot of evidence, including surveillance video.
There was 2 employees that did intervene in an attempt to break the altercation up.
It had customers confused all morning, surprised by the signs.
I'm glad I wasn't here, that's right, yeah.
Every place you turn around, somebody's getting stabbed.
Well, Boyd is due in court tomorrow morning here in Quincy to be arraigned on the charge of assault and battery with intent to murder. I did talk with a spokesperson from Home Depot who tells me the company's thoughts right now are with the injured employee, Corey Frederick, again in critical condition. In Quincy, Christina Hager, WBZ News. Johnathan, back to you.
Thank you. And a discarding near Kenmore Square to an absolute halt today. Officers have closed down the Balfour Overpass, Comm Ave, Beacon Street, and Charles Gate just to investigate. State police destroyed the cooker just as a precaution, and it turned out to be empty. Investigators took the debris away for analysis. The bombs that went off at the marathon finish line in April were pressure cookers filled with shrapnel.
Well, it really wasn't much, but we did finally see some rain today.
It's nice to see. Light rain fell for most of the afternoon across our area. These pictures are from Newton. The rain is now moving out, but the cold is moving in. Chief Meteorologist Eric Fisher now has a first look at our forecast. Eric?
The rain will be hanging on for maybe a couple hours yet, but as it moves out, the cooler air will be flowing in this evening. Boston area still some light showers. Good rainbow territory, by the way. You definitely want to look outside tonight. I think the rain's done in Metro Boston by about 7 o'clock. It will clear the Cape where the steadiest rain is down toward the islands between 9 and 10 p.m. later on this evening. You see the clearing line is right in here. It's rushing its way off to the east, getting some sunshine at the end of the day right before sunset, and with some of that moisture in the air, the perfect recipe. We had this picture sent in from West Boylston. Lisa, you can just see that faint wide rainbow right across the entire screen. The cold is the story as we head towards tonight. A gusty breeze bringing drier air will be clearing out behind that rainfall. Temperatures fall back in the 30s. It will feel even chillier than that. And then tomorrow, oh boy. All right, we have gusty northwest winds, temperatures staying in the 40s. More details on that in the weekend in a few minutes. Paula.
Thank you. Well, no mercy. That's the word from federal prosecutors in the Whitey Bulger case. They want the judge to lock him up and throw away the key. Karen Anderson's here right now, and Karen, they certainly did not hold back. Prosecutors called Bulger despicable in these court documents filed today.
That's right. In this sentencing memorandum, the U.S. Attorney states Whitey Bulger has no redeeming qualities, a sinister nature, and truly disturbing disregard for human life. Powerful words, according to the wife of a man murdered by Bulger.
I don't think we'd say it any better.
The first line of the U.S. Attorney's sentencing recommendation states Whitey Bulger is one of the most violent and despicable criminals in Boston history.
I think it's absolutely right. I mean, obviously he killed my husband, so I feel the same way that they feel.
Pat Donahue, whose husband Michael was killed by Whitey Bulger, agrees with every statement written here by the U.S. Attorney, asking for 2 life sentences for Bulger. Carmen Ortiz, having now been convicted of 31 felonies, Bulger richly deserves to spend the rest of his life in jail. There are no mitigating factors, and defendant Bulger has no redeeming qualities. Bulger's horrific crimes and sadistic behavior demonstrate that he deserves no mercy at the time of sentencing.
I would like to see him know what it's like to have nothing.
Pat says she is nervous thinking about speaking at Bulger's sentencing hearing next week. She hopes the impact of his violence and terror will be felt.
I want him to know that he's destroyed. A family that he didn't know. A person's life that he took that he knew nothing about.
And we reached out to Bulger's attorney, J.W. Carney. So far, no response. Coming up at 6, Bulger's money seized by the feds and how it could be divided up. Paula and Johnathan.
All right, Karen, thank you. Some frightening moments at the Wollaston MBTA station. An elderly driver lost control of her car, hit a person, and then hit the station. Quincy firefighters say that the car went over a sidewalk, down some stairs, and right into the entrance of the station. Now, the man she hit had some cuts on his leg and a bump on his head. Paramedics took both the driver and the man she hit to the hospital. T-Service was not affected.
He ran from Dunkin' Donuts, but he didn't get very far. A Melrose man faced a judge for robbing a Saugus Dunkin' Donuts early this morning. Now, investigators say the man hit the coffee shop on Broadway about 2 a.m. Say he was wearing a gray hoodie and dark pants. The place at knife point. Saugus police arrested him a short time later.
So you like to tweet, huh? How about this one? Hashtag cha-ching. Twitter is now trading on Wall Street. The social media company had a very big day. The stock was expected to trade at just $26 a share. It opened at $45 this morning. It closed at $44.90. That's up 73% on its first day of trading. Allison Harmon was on Wall Street with more tonight.
Twitter opened the trading day and tweeted just one word, ring. Twitter users, including actor Patrick Stewart, introduced the new stock that started with a bang. The initial public offering sold at $26 a share, but it quickly jumped to over $45.
Everything went exactly as planned. I think the company's very happy, and I think investors are very happy.
In just 7 years, Twitter's grown to more than 230 million users.
I use it for entertainment. I use it for business, hear what everybody's gossiping about.
I use Twitter for social networking.
Celebrities, the president, and the Pope tweet. It was even used to organize protests during the Arab Spring.
Twitter is popular, but not yet profitable. The company has never made money and actually lost $65 million in the last quarter.
Twitter execs say they have a plan to attract advertisers, but right now, investors are being asked to take a leap of faith.
Investors are investing in 2 different things. The outlook that they will turn profitable and the management team here.
Facebook, the laugh tech darling, had a disastrous opening, but the social network is now making money, and the stock price is up. Twitter seems to be off to a smooth start and is currently valued at more than $30 billion. Allison Harmelin for CBS News, Wall Street.
Now let's go back to the opening bell just for a moment. Among the Twitter users who had the honor of ringing the bell's opening ceremony, Cheryl Fiandaca, the chief of public information for the Boston Police Department. Her department used Twitter to get information to the public after the marathon bombings. More than 266,000 people follow the Boston police.
Which will soon light up Faneuil Hall, arrived in Boston today. Take a look. This tree from Smithtown, Long Island, first came in on a ferry, and then a huge truck drove it into town. And tomorrow, crews will set up the tree, and it'll take about 12 days to decorate it to the nines.
There are 30,000 lights and 1,000 strobes on the Christmas tree, and then there's another 350,000 lights that make up the whole light and sound experience that's called Blink.
Of course, we can't wait to be a part of lighting it. The tree, an 85-year-old Norwegian spruce, is 83 feet tall, weighs 12 tons.
And another reason to celebrate, there's great news today for New Year's Eve revelers. First night alive and well in Boston, and it will be more affordable to attend for all. You know, for a while, it looked like first night was gone. But with the support of many organizations, Mayor Menino promises a celebration and a fireworks show that will be bigger and better than ever.
Today is a new day for first night. Boston was the first night, well, it's best city for first night. It's a fun way for families to celebrate the new year in Boston. It's an important cultural and economic driver for our city.
Admissions button only $10 this year. They're going to go on sale right now online, and soon you will find them at some CVS stores and Bank of America branches. And again, don't miss the Faneuil Hall tree lighting extravaganza on Saturday, November 23rd at 7:30 right here on BZ. Mark it down. Also feature singer Paula Cole, maestro Keith Lockhart, as well as the Patriots toy drive and the World Series trophy. It'll be there on display. So much to see. And on New Year's Eve, you can catch the fun of first night featuring the godmother of punk, Patti Smith, the Blind Boys of Alabama, and Danny Zanes. It's all right here on WBZ, so we've got a full car for you.
Well, cleared for takeoff in Worcester, JetBlue's inaugural flight, and the airline's already planning to expand service.
Plus, calls for help from inside a New Jersey shawl. Here's shoppers as a man opens fire.
And banning trans fats, the decision from the FDA that could drastically change some of your favorite foods.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Cumberland Farms. Fall in love with delicious Farms Blend Coffee Day. Just 99 cents any size at Cumberland Farms.
Workout World is running its 10-10-10 sale. For 10 days only, join Workout World. For just $10 then only $10 a month with no commitment. Right, Steve? Sale ends November 12th at midnight. Only at Workout World.
The Paper Store.
Perfection.
Accessorize.
Play.
Experience.
Relationships.
Sentimental.
Timeless.
Occasion.
Remember.
Everything you're looking for this holiday season at the Paper Store.
Okay, I need a better pizza. One made with only real cheese. A pizza my family will love.
Freschetta Naturally Rising Crust Pizza. Freschetta. Made better to taste better.
The traction challenge is on. The all-wheel drive Toyota Venza versus the worst winter driving surface AMCI testing can create. Ice. Traction test number 1, front wheels on ice. Traction test 2, rear wheels on ice. Now, all 4 wheels taking on 50 feet of ice. Result, Venza 3, ice 0. The winter-ready all-wheel drive Toyota Venza. Proof it's possible to have utility and style.
Right now at Sleepy's, save up to 65% on a perfect night's sleep. Now through Veterans Day, get Beauty Sleep mattress sets starting at just $199. Sleepy's, the mattress professionals, making the world a better place to sleep.
2-time Emmy winner, New York Times best-selling author, and Grammy nominee, Kathy Griffin, live.
Let me tell you, Oprah's next chapter is a pisser. You saw her with the Kardashians, which I really thought I would see in a million years. That had to hurt for Oprah to be like, I'm talking to the Kardashians!
Saturday night, November 9th at Fox's Resort Casino. For tickets, visit foxwoods.com or call 1-800-200-2882.
Workout World is running its 10-10-10 sale. For 10 days only, join Workout World for just $10 down and only $10 a month with no commitment. Right, Steve? Sale ends November 12th at midnight. Only at Workout World.
Back to the breaking news we brought you at the top of the hour. 2 high-powered weapons have been stolen from an FBI SWAT vehicle. These are pictures of the weapons similar to the stolen guns. One an assault rifle, the other a sniper rifle. Now, they vanished sometime between last night and early this morning from a vehicle parked on the street in Andover. We spoke to Jeff Sallet, the FBI special agent in charge, just a few minutes ago.
The vehicle was in a residential neighborhood for the purpose of pre-deployment for an operation today.
Was this at an agent's home that this vehicle was parked?
Yes, it was.
Now, is that normal procedure for weapons to be left in vehicles in that situation?
What I can comment on in this time is that a loss of a weapon is an automatic internal investigation, and we're not in a position to discuss personnel matters.
And obviously a very dangerous situation here. The FBI is offering a $20,000 reward for the recovery of these stolen guns. Johnathan?
Paula, thanks. A big change could be coming to your favorite foods. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration now is taking trans fats entirely out of our food supply. And as COIM shows us, government officials say that the heart-clogging fats are just not safe.
You can find them in fried and processed foods, and while many companies and restaurants have been phasing out trans fats, the FDA wants to completely cut them out of the American diet.
I think that's good. I mean, obviously it's a huge problem in the United States.
Government health officials say trans fats are a public health concern. They're considered the worst kind of fat for your heart because they can raise bad cholesterol.
We could save about 7,000 lives and prevent about 20,000 heart attacks in this country every year. So that's why we think this is an important step.
New York was the first city to ban trans fats 7 years ago. Since then, several other cities and states have done the same.
10 fast food chains have also eliminated trans fats entirely. The FDA says it will take feedback on the new requirement for 2 months, but then set a timeline for the phase-out. Co-M for CBS News, New York.
Now, most people associate trans fats with fried foods or but it's also found in items you might not expect. I don't mean to break your heart, but here's one example for you. The Pop Secret, this is the popcorn, microwave popcorn you love, with the butter flavoring. That's 5 grams of trans fat per serving. You'll also find it in another item that might surprise you, the Marie Callender's. This is the apple pie, 3.5 grams per serving. That's in the Marie Callender's apple pie. Trans fats. There you go, Paula.
Could ruin Thanksgiving for some people. All right, Johnathan, thank you. And if you are flying over Thanksgiving, deep down you always know this. We must remind you, it is going to be crowded. 25 million people are expected to fly over the 12-day Thanksgiving travel period. So airlines are adding seats to accommodate the demand, and planes are expected to be more than 85% full on the peak days.
So let's see, it rained a little in the afternoon, but that morning was spectacular. It felt great.
Nice and warm.
Yeah, 60s are a good thing, and I hope that everyone enjoyed them today.
Yep.
They might not be around for a while. Let's take a look at what's going on. The rain is starting to work its way out. It's heaviest across southeast Mass. For watching last night, well, you know that this storm has behaved well for us. So the rain's been heaviest where it was supposed to be, lighter north and west of Boston. Showers moving through the city right now down toward Providence, but this will all be moving out in the next few hours. But for now, the steadiest rain right around it looks like Stage Harbor. You're getting some heavier downpours and down toward Nantucket. Won't last for too much longer. I think 9 p.m. for the Outer Cape. Things will be moving out to sea, and around 7 p.m. in Metro Boston. There you see the clearing line. It's starting to move its way from west to east, and with that, a change in the wind. It'll still be gusty tonight, and it'll be bringing in that colder air. Rain totals, we talked about the heaviest in southeast Mass, a little over an inch so far in East Sandwich, about 0.8 of an inch in New Bedford, Natick just 0.2 of an inch, and in Concord just 0.1 of an inch of rain. You see that gradient as you move farther north and west of the city. Now we take a look at the temperatures, lots of 30s and 40s all on the map. This is the air mass that's swooping in at the moment. We were in the 60s earlier on today. Now most towns are into the 50s. We look toward western Mass, already falling back, and that will be moving in pretty quickly as we head in. So if you've got a few more hours, got some plans outside, expect that chill, expect the gusty west wind. And tonight the temperatures dip down into the 30s, about 33 in Worcester, Taunton down to 36 degrees in Boston, right around 40 for an overnight low. So when you wake up tomorrow morning, whole different feel to the air. It'll be much more dry, much chillier, a little shock to the system. We'll go about 37 for the morning commute with a westerly breeze. That will pick up. So tomorrow's a gusty day. Some of those gusts could be up to about 55 miles per hour. Looking at a mix of sun and clouds, the temperatures in the mid-40s at noon. They won't move much. In fact, they'll fall a little bit in the evening. Maybe even a couple of snowflakes toward the Berkshires or into southwestern New Hampshire. If around the Monadnocks, could be talking about some of that. Now, as we head toward the weekend, Saturday is a cold start to the morning. We start out with sunshine, but as we head toward the afternoon, clouds are going to start to work their way in. This will be a grayer end of the day. Just a slight chance of a shower on Sunday, then we'll see some sun in the afternoon and lower 50s. Overall, a fairly quiet weekend. We'll talk more about this in depth and some big changes for next week coming up next hour. Right now, a story that we have to share with you because this could be a humanitarian crisis in the making. A major super typhoon, Haiyan, is about to make landfall. These are some of the preparations earlier on today, but the storm is moving in as we speak, and this is, and could be, the strongest storm ever recorded on planet Earth. That is not an exaggeration. They don't have hurricane hunters here, so everything is derived by satellite. That is the picture. A perfectly concentric, dense overcast, an eye you can see right down into, and this is making landfall right now, just starting to work its way in. There you see the loop working its way toward the eastern Philippines, same area that's at a 7.1 magnitude earthquake in October. It will make landfall, winds of 165 gusting to 230. Johnathan and Paula, if you can believe this, lower pressure than Katrina ever reached, and much stronger winds than Andrew ever had. So keep these folks in your thoughts tonight.
That is just unbelievable to think about. Eric, thank you. Well, you want to talk about an out-of-this-world trip for the Olympic torch? Early this morning, the torch arrived at the International Space Station. It wasn't lit, obviously, because the flames would tear up the oxygen. But on Saturday, astronauts are going to take the torch out on a spacewalk. It will return to Earth in a Soyuz on Monday. Remember, the 2014 Winter Games in Sochi, Russia, start in February. Well, some commuters in London got a royal surprise this morning. This is pretty cool. Prince William and his wife, Kate, took a bus into the capital to celebrate London Poppy Day. That's an event to remember veterans of war. The couple absolutely shocked crowds on the street and in the subway station.
People probably thought they were those lookalikes.
Right, exactly.
They hire. Well, there's a Baseball Hall of Fame, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and of course the Toy Hall of Fame.
Still ahead, this year's new entries that have been entertaining kids and adults for decades.
And looking to put a bit more money in the bank? Up next, the simple routines of millionaires that could change your life. And now, here are Jack and Lisa. We'll look at what's ahead at 6.
Paula, Johnathan, thank you. At 6 o'clock, a free speech fight over a vanity license plate.
New at 6 o'clock. Does this cross the line? The man who wants to put the message on his car so badly, he's now taking his fight to the New Hampshire Supreme Court.
Hey, Facebook is coming home, opening an office and bringing to the Boston area.
But are they the type of jobs the area really needs? John Keller has that story at 6.
Buying a used car can be risky, and the history reports you rely on may not be so reliable.
May not be safe.
The IT went undercover and found a big problem putting drivers at risk.
You could end up buying something that is not at all what you thought it was.
Carfax or fiction. Tonight on WBZ News at 11.
Next, Queen Latifah, the most talented kids in America.
Let me touch those hands. They're hot.
Tomorrow at 9 on WBZ. Looking for something a little different for your home? At Circle Furniture, we offer gorgeous upholstery, stylish rugs and accessories, and beautiful New England made hardwood furniture. Order today for holiday delivery. Circle Furniture, made for real life. TrustedChoice.com. Massachusetts independent insurance agents, protecting the most important things in your at the best possible price is what it's all about.
Representing Mopray Commerce Insurance.
TrustedChoice.com.
Save up to 80%. 18-karat bands that sell elsewhere for $2,700 are $539. 2-karat 3-stone rings and studs are $29.90, and 1-karat studs are $5.99. Buy diamond and factory direct, the Jewelry Exchange in Sudbury.
When the seasons change in New England, so do the sandwich choices. Introducing Honeydew's new and delicious Willow Tree Cranberry Walnut Chicken Salad Sandwich. It's made fresh to order with delicious ingredients from Willow Tree Farm and served on a tasty croissant. Try one now. Discover the original chicken salad sandwich and pair it with a cup of Honeydew coffee. Honeydew's Willow Tree Cranberry Walnut Chicken Salad Sandwich. This seasonal favorite is available for a limited time, so grab one today.
What is that?
Oh,
Is it ready?
it's chili with Goya beans. Are Grandma and Grandpa?
Ready! You'll notice the Goya difference even before you taste it. Add plump and tasty Goya low-sodium beans to your favorite recipes and see for yourself. If it's Goya, it has to be good.
Entertaining this holiday season? Get your home holiday ready with gorgeous furniture from Circle Furniture. Our American-made upholstery comes in fabrics and styles. Order today for a holiday delivery. Circle Furniture, made for real life.
Well, you could strike it rich on the stock market, but there's a much easier way to make money.
A new study shows that millionaires attribute much of their success to their daily routines. David Wade has a look at 6 habits of very wealthy people.
Is this what you're dreaming about? Big homes, big bucks? Well, wake up. No, seriously, wake up very early. That's rich habit number 1.
I get up at 4 or 5 and I write for an hour, 2 hours.
Charlie is the author of Rich Habits. He's a financial planner who spent 5 years studying how 350 rich and poor people do things differently.
I'm not just focusing on the wealthy. I want to know where you're screwing up.
So Tom says rich people are up before the sun rises. 44% wake up 3 hours before work, and they fill that time working out and reading, usually something focusing on self-improvement.
Before they even get to work, they've done some really things to help move them forward in life.
And then it's off to work, armed with a to-do list. It's a rich habit to complete 70% of what's on your to-do list. But there's one thing that most rich people will not do.
Rich people don't floss?
No, not floss. Most rich people will not gossip.
Rich people don't gossip.
Oh,
You sound guilty.
yeah, I'll have to admit I do.
Do you gossip at work?
All the time. It's what keeps me going.
The gossiping.
Absolutely.
Well, Tom's study found that 60% of so-called poor people gossip, while only 6% of rich people do it.
To wealthy people, relationships are like gold, so they manage their relationships very carefully.
So you've made it through the morning. Now it's time for a nice long lunch break. Wrong.
The only rationale for a long lunch is if you're networking.
Otherwise, eat while you work. Oh, and the rich count their calories. That's because they want to be in good health for that rich retirement. Lastly, in the afternoon when your workday's almost done, don't wind down by hitting YouTube for cute cat videos. You see, the rich spend less than an hour on the internet, and it's all business.
I want them to understand that it may only take 1 or 2 rich habits to completely transform their lives.
Tom says he's increased his salary 100%, and he's lost weight. His rich dreams are now reality. Now it's our turn. I'm David Wade, WBZ News.
Well, Sox fans know Fenway Park is one of a kind.
It really is. Coming up next, one man's very own field of dreams, his incredible tribute to his favorite team.
Plus, new safety tests and booster seats, and the results may surprise you. The most expensive models may not necessarily be the best choice to protect your child.
That JetBlue flight is all set to head for Fort Lauderdale, the first commercial airline flight out of Worcester in years.
Your weekends just got brighter. Here is Danielle Niles joins the WBZ AccuWeather team Saturday and Sunday mornings on WBZ News. On a special Patriots All Access, we go one-on-one with Tom Brady.
This is what it's all about. This is why you play.
Hear his keys to the team's early success.
They're the strength of our team, right? You know, those guys up front.
Friday at 7 on WBZ, your home for the Patriots.
Today's weather on WBZ is brought to you by your New England Chevy dealers. Here's your Peabody Essex Museum Arts Update. See what's on display this week. Rowing, sailing, and yachting with Monet, Renoir, and Kaiboat. Only at Peabody Essex Museum in Salem, where art and culture meet.
The road to strong is 13 million miles long. That's how we built your all-new Silverado, with the most fuel-efficient V8 available in pickup. A V8 even more fuel-efficient than the EcoBoost V6 and Ford F-150. The all-new Chevy Silverado. Strong for all the roads ahead. Now Silverado is backed by the best coverage available pickup, including 2 years of scheduled maintenance. See your local Chevy dealer or visit ChevyDealer.com.
New season, new sandwich. Introducing Honeydew's delicious Willow Tree Cranberry Walnut Chicken Salad Sandwich. Made fresh to order with delicious ingredients from Willow Tree Farm and served on a tasty croissant. It's available for a limited time, so try one today.
Tonight's primetime lineup is brought to you by a video. Find us at videobank.com.
Craving some Epicurean excitement this winter? Join host Eric Repair, celebrity chefs and wine experts in the Cayman Islands for Cayman Cookout 2014. Whether it's an eye-opening creation or a mouth-watering demonstration, there's a taste to please every palate. For tickets and travel information on non-stop flights, visit CaymanCookout.com.
Come on, kids, we gotta go. Oh, now I gotta go. Oh, can you make that to go?
These days, nobody has time to get sick, but MinuteClinic makes it easy to get well. Our nurse practitioners can diagnose and write prescriptions for everything from strep throat to sinus infections with no appointment necessary, so you can feel better in no time.
You guys want to go to the park? Yeah!
MinuteClinic, the Medicaid CVS pharmacy, accepts Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Find a clinic near you at MinuteClinic.com.
Top stories at 5:30. Breaking news. 2 high-powered rifles stolen from an FBI SWAT vehicle. The rifles vanished sometime between last night and early this morning from the vehicle that was parked on the street in Andover in front of the agent's home. The FBI is offering a $20,000 reward for their recovery.
An employee inside this Quincy Home Depot is accused of stabbing another. Investigators say Jamal Boyd had an ongoing problem with a co-worker. Police say the surveillance cameras inside the store captured the assault.
And up and away, JetBlue is now flying out of Worcester Regional Airport. The Discount Airlines' first flight took off just this afternoon.
So right now, JetBlue is flying to Orlando and Fort Lauderdale, but as Ken McLeod shows us, people who live in the area couldn't be happier to see the airport with a major carrier once again.
It was a strange sight for Worcester Regional. Outbound passengers at the long deserted ticket counter.
Definitely, everybody I've been talking to says, really, they're coming out of Worcester? So people don't know, but I think it'll become more popular.
Water cannons greeted the first arriving JetBlue flight, and locals coming in from Orlando got a VIP welcome.
In 1989, I think I did 51 round trips out of Worcester Airport, and we miss it a lot not having it.
Indeed, regular airlines bailed from Worcester more than a decade ago, and a few second-tier carriers to restore it have failed miserably.
There's a market here. The problem in the past has been you've had airlines that have been kind of shaky or going to places that no one wanted to go to.
Enter JetBlue after a full-court press by state and local leaders seeking a spark for the region's sluggish economic engine.
Aaron, I'm very confident this is going to be wildly successful.
JetBlue believes it can pull passengers here from outside the 495 belt, folks who currently use TF-Green or Manchester. You'll be able to park here for $7 a day or $42 a week. JetBlue is targeting leisure flyers first before looking to business travelers, a strategy that has worked well elsewhere.
We're going to need from this community to support the airport because that's the way flights set.
JetBlue was lured here by millions in airport upgrades and hundreds of thousands in waived fees. But there are still obvious problems, like no direct highway access. Your airport drive runs through miles of neighborhood streets.
Of course, it would help if we got a good road into Worcester Airport.
While a first-rate airline and flying closer to home sold many customers, both were trumped by cheap seats.
$135 a trip, Worcester, Fort Lauderdale, period. It was about the dollars.
A packed JetBlue Flight 2019 took off for Fort Lauderdale a little late this afternoon, but with a spectacular backdrop from Mother Nature. In Worcester, Ken McLeod, WBZ News.
Look at that. Ken just segueing perfectly into weather with that gorgeous sunset earlier on this evening. We're watching the rain move its way out. I think at Metro West South Shore, these showers are gone by 7 p.m. tonight. Heaviest rain has been from the Outer Cape down through Nantucket. I think we clear here by 9 p.m. tonight. The winds are still gusty. They'll stay gusty this evening, anywhere between 20 and 25 miles per hour. Falmouth gusting to 28. It's bringing in drier and colder air. So we had some rain today. Won't get rid of the drought. It's not quite enough, but it's a good thing. It's better than nothing. A chilly weekend and then a big cold plunge on the way for next week. We are watching a potential storm for later next week as well. We'll talk about all that coming up in about 15 minutes. Johnathan?
Eric, we'll see you then. Train police are investigating a deadly accident on the commuter rail line. It was about 7:45 this morning that a train hit a man who was walking on the tracks near Franklin Street in Worcester. Officers say the man, who was about 50 years old, was trespassing. There's no word as to why exactly he was walking on the tracks. New Jersey's largest shopping mall now is back open days after a guy walked into the mall and opened fire. but there's still heavy police presence outside.
Officers just released the recordings of the 911 calls that were made during Monday's attack at the Garden State Plaza. And as Catherine Brown shows us, many people inside were hiding, waiting for police to bring them out to safety.
And I work here. I'm inside the store, in the office, with the door locked by myself, but I'm scared and I want to get out the mall.
911 calls came flooding in from shoppers and store employees, scared for their lives as a gunman opened fire at the Garden State Plaza Mall on Monday.
Somebody is shooting up Garden State right now.
Somebody shooting?
Somebody is shooting up Garden State Plaza right now. I'm in the bathroom. And,
Okay, all right. Stay on the phone with me, sweetheart. How many people are in the bathroom with you?
3.
Are they in your store?
Yes.
Some begged for police to escort them out. Others whispered in fear that they would become gunman Richard Shoup's next target.
We're trying to figure out the best way to How many people are in the side? There's 3 of us. All right, I need you to stay in the stock room, okay? It's not safe to come out.
Store manager Bray Sams heard the shots and came face to face with the gunman. A moment he says he'll never forget.
And to have somebody just come in here, just like let off shots like that out of random location, it just felt like wow.
Back at work now, he imagines he'll have those flashbacks for a while, especially when he hears loud noises. Others who've lived through the terror echo that sentiment.
It's hard, you know? It is. It really is.
I noticed a lot of security before. I never saw security like that around the mall.
There's extra security in place for now, and heading into the busy holiday shopping season, many say they'll be looking over their shoulders. In Paramus, New Jersey, I'm Catherine Brown for CBS News.
The World Series trophy just made a stop at the State House. Governor Patrick, decked out in a Red Sox hat, posed for pictures with the trophy. Other staff members also had a chance to take just a few snapshots. One Red Sox fan who lives in Tennessee found his own way to celebrate World Series.
This is awesome. Check it out. Ricky Davis built a mini Fenway Park right in his own backyard, complete with a green monster. Davis says his grandkids helped him out, and he hopes the park will be his legacy.
All I know is my grandbabies will be playing on this field long after I'm gone, and they'll remember their papa built it for them.
Oh, he has the Citgo sign there. Davis says he's not done yet. He still has to carve out an infield. He's got to get a little replica World Series too.
That's awesome. When we return, helping some very special kids with a taste of freedom. How one group is working to buy them specialized bicycles.
And booster seats safety. The new crash tests that prove things that cost more aren't necessarily safer.
Ready, set, celebrate. It's the K&G 50% off pre-holiday event. Take 50% off all men's designer suits. Choose from designer brands. Prices starting at just $75. And take 50% off select men's and ladies' sweaters, boots, and outerwear. But hurry, sale ends Monday. K&G.
Let's make this clear. Toyota offers more vehicles with available all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive than any other brand. Period. Like the stylish winter-ready RAV4. A top safety pick, equipped with Toyota's most advanced all-wheel drive system. So see your New England Toyota dealer, your all-wheel drive specialist. Clear enough? Ask someone you know who drives an all-wheel drive Toyota.
It's a fast-paced world. I love it. Everything at your fingertips. You save time and money. I love to shop around. But insurance? You may think you're getting more, but actually, you could be settling for less. That's why I went to TrustedChoice.com. I found the perfect local Massachusetts independent insurance agent who saved me a bundle on my bundle. A protection plan to meet my needs as possible price.
Representing the Norfolk and Dedham Group.
Find somebody who loves to shop around as much as I do.
Sometimes, less is more, especially when it comes to knee surgery. Say this apple represents your knee. With total knee replacement, the entire surface has to be removed. But with the Oxford Partial Knee from Biomed, you keep up to 75% of your healthy knee for a more rapid recovery with less pain, more natural motion, and a lifetime implant replacement warranty. The news also shows Oxford patients were more than twice as likely to be satisfied with their ability to perform daily activities compared to total knee patients. Not all patients are candidates for partial knee replacement. Risks include, but are not limited to, loosening, dislocation, fracture, wear, and infection, any of which can require additional surgery. Only your surgeon can tell if this surgery is right for you. Total knee, if all you need is a partial. The Oxford Partial Knee. For a surgeon in your area, go to oxfordknee.com.
The Volkswagen Sign Then Drive sales event is back. So it's never been easier to get a new 2014 Tiguan. It has a turbocharged engine and comes with no charge scheduled maintenance. And right now you can drive one home for practically just your signature. Sign Then Drive. Get zero do-it signing, zero down, zero deposit, and zero first month's payment on any new 2014 Volkswagen. Hurry, this offer ends December 2nd. For details, visit VWDealer.com today.
Ready, set, celebrate. It's the K&G 50% off pre-holiday event. Take 50% off all men's designer suits. Choose from designer brands. Prices starting at just $75. And take 50% off select men's and ladies' sweaters, boots, and outerwear. But hurry, sale ends Monday.
K&G. Tonight's partnership profile is brought to you by Harvard Pilgrim. Count us in.
Choosing a car seat can be confusing and daunting for parents, no question about it. But the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety now is working to make that process a whole easier.
And kids are in booster seats for a long time. The agency just tested all the newest and current child safety seats on the market. And as Big Ad Chaban shows us, they released their ratings.
Okay, make sure it's nice and safe.
Evelyn Juarez makes sure her 4-year-old son, Orlando, is buckled up before she gets behind the wheel. Showed us her son's car seat and their routine.
How important is it that it works every time?
Oh, it's extremely important because you're relying on it, you know? That's the only safety you have when you're in that car.
Juarez is now looking to buy her son a booster seat. They're designed for 4 to 8-year-olds who've outgrown child seats, but still need to be lifted so that seat belts fit them properly. The Insurance Institute for Highway Safety tested 31 new booster seat models to see how well they fit, awarding 19 of the highest rating. The Institute says well-made booster seats can save lives. Here's what it's like crashing with a booster, and this is what could happen without one.
The booster seat will properly position the lap and shoulder belt so that the lap belt lies flat across the upper thighs and the shoulder belt lies firmly in the middle of the shoulder.
Juarez plans to buy one of the top-rated models.
I've been in accidents myself, and I know that I rely on that seatbelt to keep me, you know, so I rely on that booster for my kids to stay in place.
Studies have shown children in booster seats are 45% less likely to get hurt in a crash compared to kids who buckle up without one. Big Ad Chaban, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Now, you can find out how specific booster seats were rated on the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety's website. The ratings cover all seats currently out there on the market. Now, we put a link for you on our website at cbsboston.com.
A father's tribute to his fallen soldier son inspires an award-winning hit. After the break, we speak with Paul Monty, a very special tribute to his Medal of Honor winning son.
The rain is heading out this evening. The cold is moving in. If you think it's chilly tomorrow, wait till you see next week's forecast.
Buying a used car can be risky business, and the accident history reports you rely on may not be so reliable.
It may not be safe.
The I-Team went undercover and found a big problem putting drivers at risk.
You could end up buying something that is not at all what you thought it was.
Car facts or fiction. Tonight on WBZ News at 11. When you wake up, switch things up and join David, Carey, Todd, and Michelle.
Finally, the team is together.
There you go. WBZ News in the morning. Let's start the day together.
We witness it every day. Neighbors, family, friends, all pitching in to help one another. To see even more true stories of inspiration, dedication, and partnership, visit harvardpilgrim.org/teamwork. Harvard Pilgrim. Count us in.
She says switch to Progressive and you could save hundreds.
Call or click today.
Diamonds, the jewelry exchange, is a direct diamond importer and producer. We have thousands of certified diamonds and guarantee the lowest price. Compare Hellsberg's 1-carat solitaires for $3,900 with our certified solitaires for $1,990. 3/4 carat solitaires are $1,290, half carat $690, and 1-carat studs are $599. The Jewelry Exchange has thousands of mountings and your diamond is set while you watch. 3-stone semi-mounts are just $159. Buy diamond and factory direct. The Jewelry Exchange in Sudbury.
3D Blinds wants to give someone in your neighborhood a window treatment makeover, and they need your help. Go to cbsboston.com/contests and vote for the nominee you think deserves a room-changing experience. 3D Blinds. You'll love the treatment.
The Toyota Tacoma. Massive one-piece frame rails. Fully boxed subframe. It's built to face New England's toughest conditions. Question is, can it face its toughest critics? Evidently, yes. The Toyota Tacoma, not only tough, but an incredible value. Ask someone you know who drives one.
The Phantom Gourmet Wine and Food Fest, Saturday, November 9th at the Boston Center for the Arts. 3 dozen wines from around the world, 10 of Phantom's favorite foods, and tons of fun. Major discounts if you buy now at phantomgourmet.com.
Good evening, Mrs. Flo.
Yes, send that Flo. Aren't you sweet?
Licensed phone reps available 24/7. Call 1-800-PROGRESSIVE.
I drive your truck!
The songwriters of the Lee Brice hit, I Drive Your Truck, inspired by the father of a fallen soldier from Raynham, won Song of the Year last night at the Country Music Association Awards. Jared Monty, an Army sergeant, was killed in combat in Afghanistan 7 years ago.
And the songwriters for this case, they said that they were inspired by an interview Monty's father gave just a few years after his son's death. Michelle Roberts spoke to Paul Monty today about how he keeps Jared's memory alive every day.
This old truck has 100 miles, rust in the bumper, and a lifetime of memories for Paul Monty.
It's about holding on to something you've lost.
The truck belonged to Jared Monty, Paul's son. He died serving in Afghanistan in 2006.
Now the angel wings are here. What's that? Where he rested his arm, where he put his hands.
Jared's dog tags hang in the rearview mirror and old receipts left in the glove compartment.
He's always with me. But we're private in there. We're closed windows, and it's just he and I. It's nice.
Paul shared his story to a reporter on the radio a few years back, and a songwriter was listening.
People got their ways coping. Oh, and I got mine. I drive your truck.
Millions of people have been moved by the lyrics, and on Wednesday night,
I drive your truck!
Lee Brice accepted the Country Music Award Best Song.
So many people, our parents, they hear the song and they think of their child. It keeps your child alive.
Leave that radio play. Same old country station where you left it.
Shoes are under the seat. I'm going to give you shoes someday. They don't fit me.
From the outside, it may look like a beat-up truck, but for Paul, it's a memorial to an American hero.
I try to be careful with it because I know he'd yell at me if I dent it.
Michelle Roberts, WBZ News.
And back in 2009, Monty's parents were at the White House accepting the Medal of Honor on their son's behalf. Jared was killed while trying to rescue a wounded soldier.
Beautiful
That's
story.
some story, yeah, no kidding. All right, let's turn attention to the wind. Well, half and half today.
Yeah.
Half pretty good, and then we got the rain. But the rain is needed. We need it.
It's a good thing. We need some moisture around here, keep the grass green for a little while longer, and that rain is slowly going to work its way out tonight. If you got plans tonight, the cooler air follows all of this, and you'll feel that within the next couple of hours. There you see the rain. It's heaviest and just starting to move off of the Cape. Nantucket's still under some moderate to heavy rainfall. The showers only last in Boston for about 1 to 1.5 more hours. Mainly it's toward the south shore, north and west of Boston. You're just about in the complete clear. You see fairly heavy rainfall. We saw over an inch in a couple spots on Cape Cod. That's a good thing. Boy, do we need that rain. When we take a look at the timing for all of this, 8 p.m., showers just toward the Cape and the islands will be dry in Boston, Metro West, and out toward Worcester County. And as we head through the night, the colder air moves in, and it'll be a bright start to the day tomorrow. So we take a look at tonight's temperatures. They fall back into the 30s. We'll see a gusty breeze stay with us out of the west-northwest. It's driving in some of that cooler air, and it will feel like a completely different air mass tomorrow morning. We had some humidity. Well, tomorrow it's dry. We're in the 30s, and sunrise is at 6:26. No issues for the morning commute. We'll see a gusty breeze throughout tomorrow. It's going to be a hold-on-to-your-hat kind of day. The temperatures in the 40s. It'll feel like the 30s, especially early on in the as we head to approach midday hour. The afternoon, we'll see temperatures bump to the upper 40s and then fall back in the evening. And maybe a couple of stray flakes in the Berkshires and the Monadnocks for tomorrow. A little sign of the changing times. Then we turn our attention to the weekend. And I think Saturday, it's a cold morning. We've got the sunshine. It's a nice start. This advancing system to the west will bring over some mid and high level clouds. So we'll call it fading sunshine as we head toward the afternoon. I do think we stay dry. Then maybe on Saturday night and into early Sunday morning, a couple of rain showers or snow showers. Most of those will be across southern New Hampshire and not across northern New England. Most of southern New England will end up staying dry with that. So a chilly Saturday, if you have any plans outside, a lot of Veterans Day observances going on this weekend. Well, 48 degrees, fading sun in the afternoon, but a dry day. A brief shower, especially north and west of Boston on Sunday. We'll make it into the low 50s. The afternoon could change, be it breezy if you've got some plans to do some raking. Then this week, and a big area of high pressure is going to build down from Canada, spill down to the middle of the United States, and spread that cold almost all the way down to the Gulf Coast. At the same time, some storminess is going to try to develop toward the mid-Atlantic, and this being about 6 to 7 days out, there's still very low confidence as to what exactly that storm's going to do. The high confidence part, a big cold air outbreak. Lots of folks with below average temperatures and a taste of winter here. For the track, we've got days to watch it, but definitely want to stay tuned for someone on the East Coast should see significant snow out of that particular system. It's just too early to tell. And in international news, that's the scariest typhoon you will ever see. Super Typhoon Haiyan. This is gusting to 235 miles per hour. Think about that for a second. Andrew was at 145 at landfall. 235 is the equivalent of right around this eye wall, a EF5 tornado. And this goes through the Philippines. It's making landfall right now, and it will. Now we take a look closer to home. We head toward next week, and that taste of winter begins Monday night. Arctic front blasts through, and then 30s to low 40s for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We will watch that track. It's just too early to say the impacts here.
Here comes the cold.
It's time. Mid-November.
All right, Eric. Thanks very much. Coming up for us tonight at 11 o'clock, used cars can help people get the most car for their money. But tonight, the I-Team uncovers questions about the reliability of a popular service that many use to determine if their car has any hidden problems.
I had a $45,000 used car. Found out that my used car had frame and body damage, and basically my car was worth half the price.
What our investigation revealed could save you big on the purchase of a used car. The I-Team tonight at 11 right here on WBZ News.
The National Toy Hall of Fame has its 2 new inductees. Chess, which surprisingly has not been inducted already, and the rubber ducky. Chess, of course, one of the world's oldest games, tracing it to an ancient Indian war game, and no one really knows exactly who came up with the first rubber duck, but similar squeak toys have been around since the 1800s. Congratulations.
Does a rubber duck really qualify?
Apparently so. No, it does certainly.
Bathtub accoutrement. It is rite of a passage of a young child learning how to ride a bicycle.
This is a great story. Some children need special bikes, and now one local group is working to make sure it happens. And now here are Jack and Lisa with a look at what's ahead at 6.
For Paula, Johnathan, there was buzz for months. It was the most eagerly anticipated stock debut of the year.
Twitter goes public. But why was someone from the Boston Police Department asked to help ring the opening bell today?
And we'll have the very latest on our breaking news. 2 high-powered rifles stolen from the FBI. We just spoke with the agency. We'll have a live report from FBI headquarters coming up in just a few minutes.
All wood tables, fighters, and 2 orange chairs, only $5.99. Choose black and cherry or regular cherry finish, still only $5.99. Add the side server, only $2.99 more. That's quality, choice, and value.
Meet Mike and Sarah from New England. Their Prius gives them 50 mpg, which saves them over $6,000 in fuel costs over 5 years versus the average car. Toyota Prius, a very, very smart choice. Ask someone you know who drives one.
Hi.
Hi.
Do you do free exam and x-rays?
Exam and x-rays? Yes.
Free?
No.
No free exam and x-rays.
Exam, yes. X-rays, yes. Free? No.
You're nodding yes, but saying no.
Yes to no. No.
Okay, hold it. Let's try something new.
Are my first exam and x-rays free?
Completely free.
Free?
Zip, zero, nada.
Nice.
Aspen Dental is doing whatever it takes to give America a healthy mouth, like offering free exams and x-rays. Call 1-800-ASPEN Dental, because your mouth is our mission.
Tell your mother to wake me up in April.
The crazy deals people go crazy for. Only at Ocean State Job Lot. Now get crazy deals on LifeSmart quartz heaters and premium microfiber sheet sets.
Now, in less time than you ever imagined, you can breathe new life into your basement and add much-needed living space to your home with the Owens Corning Basement Finishing System. Did you know installing drywall can take months? But our system is installed in about 2 weeks with virtually no mess. So in practically no time, you'll not only finish your basement, you'll transform your home. Call 1-800-BASEMENT now for a free video and design consultation. It's a fact. Nobody knows basements better than Owens Corning.
Put value in, take gimmicks out, you'll get a price to shout about. We love Bob's value, there's no doubt. Let's all stand up and say, put the value in, take the gimmicks out. Quality, choice, and value, that's what Bob's is all about.
I want to ride my bicycle. I want to ride my bike.
Every kid should have a bicycle, right? Well, for children with special needs, that may mean a special bike, and that could be very expensive. And that's why there's a new program called Bugs Bikes.
With the idea of a 5-year-old, and now it's grown into a community-wide team effort to help. Here comes Bug himself, happy as any kid. 5-year-old Stephen DeAngelis is cruising. Stephen has vision problems with high-functioning autism and other medical issues. But when he rides his adaptive bike,
It's therapy, it's independence. He has an ability to just go and be free.
Stephen's parents had to save to buy his bike, but when he went to an adaptive bike camp at the Franciscan Hospital for Children last spring,
He realized he was the only kid bringing his bike home every day, and he wanted to know why the other kids weren't bringing their bikes home.
cost was the big reason. Depending on the child's needs, these bikes range from about $600 to as high as $4,000.
For most families, it's very out of reach because therapy, medical needs, other equipment comes first.
But Stephen had an idea, a lemonade stand.
He wanted to raise money to help other kids get bikes like his.
Word got out, and $2,000 was collected in Bugs Bikes was born.
Keep turning your wheel.
Recently, they gave their first adaptive bike to 5-year-old Sienna Brown of Belmont.
We were so overwhelmed and overjoyed. When she got the bike, she was so excited. She gave Stephen the biggest hug, and just to see her face light up, it just made my heart, just melt.
Sienna's mother already sees a difference.
When they ride these bikes, they're using all the muscles in their legs. They're using hand-eye coordinating a little bit.
And the effort has grown from one little boy.
We went from a lemonade stand to about 470 friends on Facebook to community groups who are involved.
And together, they're getting it done.
No matter what their ability, agility, disability is, a child deserves that childhood experience of riding a bike.
Wow, good stop.
Nice job, Bugs.
Yeah, how about those smiles? So the short-term goal bike, enough to provide 5 more children.
You can find out at cbsboston.com, and while you're there, Tell us about people that you know who are making a difference in our communities.
Well, stay with us. We have much more still ahead.
That's it for us at 5, but the news at 6 starts now.
Whitey Bulger's punishment. Prosecutors asked mercy their blunt request to the judge.
A scare in the Back Bay. A pressure cooker found blocks from the marathon bombing sites.
Well, the rain is moving warm air. Wind will get it. We have
A vanity plate, some believe, goes over the line.
whether or not the license plate pouch lie is offensive. One just depends upon whether or not you're a cop who lies.
The man taking his fight to New Hampshire's highest court.
Live from our studios in Boston, WBZ News at 6 starts right now.
And we have breaking news. High-powered weapons blocking the agency now offering a significant reward to get them back. I'm Lisa Hughes.
And I'm Jack Williams. The weapons were stolen from a SWAT team truck in Andover last night or very early this morning. Now, one of the weapons is an HS Precision Pro 2000 sniper rifle. The other is a Colt M16 A1 rifle. The FBI is mad about this, offering a $20 reward for their...
The vehicle was in a residential neighborhood for the purpose of pre-deployment for an operation today.
Was this at an agent's home that this vehicle was parked?
Yes, it was.
Now, is that normal procedure for weapons to be left in vehicles in that situation?
What I can comment on in this time is that any loss of a weapon is an investigation to discuss personnel matters.
$20,000 reward. Now, we have a crew at the FBI headquarters. As soon as we get any new information on these weapons, we'll bring it to you.
There was a scare in the Back Bay. Police had to shut down streets after someone discovered a cooker. The marathon bombers used pressure cookers to make their homemade devices in April. Police believe the pressure cooker that was found today was not part of making away, but they will analyze it at the crime lab just to be safe.
We'll talk about changes in the weather. Rain has been falling much of the afternoon, and now the temperatures are going to follow suit. Our chief meteorologist, Harry Fisher, joins us now with a check of his AccuWeather forecast. Harry.
Well, as the song goes, Jack, rain thing, and we needed it in a big way here across southern New England. It's just starting to work its way out. Still some light showers from Boston down towards southeastern Massachusetts. The heaviest rain is up to sea. Still eastern half can nick the clouds. They're also starting to push off to the east, so we will see some clearing tonight. And gusty breezes are going to stay with us. So bring in that colder and drier air between 20 and 30 miles per hour right now. And they'll stay pretty breezy throughout the rest of the evening. And those temperatures going way down from the 60s this morning to the low 30s across the county tonight, around 40 in Boston. We'll stay in the low to mid 40s out toward the Cape. Tomorrow, 40s are going to be the rule, and that's going to be warm compared to about next weather forecast coming up.
All right, Harry, thank you. Now at 6 o'clock, finally, despicable, redeeming qualities. Federal prosecutors are describing Whitey Bulger and practically demanding the mobster get 2 life sentences. The government certainly is not holding back, calling on the judge to make Bulger pay for his crimes. Karen Anderson joins us now, and Karen, Bulger will be sentenced next week.
And Jack, the U.S. Attorney is asking for 2 life sentence memos filed to assist it with a truly disturbing disregard for human life.
I think it's absolutely right.
Pat Donahue admires the first words from U.S. Attorney Carmen Ortiz in her sentencing recommendation for Whitey Bulger. She states, Whitey Bulger is one of the most despicable criminals in Boston history.
I don't think they could say it any better.
Ortiz for 2 life sentences. Right, having now been felonies, really deserves to spend the rest of his life in jail. There are no mitigating factors, and defendant Bulger has no redeeming qualities.
I want him to know the family that he's destroyed. A family that he didn't know. A person's life that he took that he knew nothing about.
I want him to sit right in that cell the rest of his life.
Prosecutors are also asking the judge to prevent any money from finding its way into Bulger's pockets. WBZ TV has learned to divide Bulger all of the victims included in the indictment. Families of the 19 murder victims would get an equal share, and the victims of extortion would get a smaller portion. This includes the $800,000 discovered in the walls of Bulger's Santa Monica apartment, as well as the money raised by auctioning off all of the belongings found in the apartment as well, including furniture, books, and gear. All of Bulger was found not guilty of murdering will get a part of that.
I feel that they were also robbed of someone's life. You know, so they also deserve to be part of that.
And we've reached out to Bolger's attorney, J.W. Carney. So far, gotten no response. Lisa?
Aaron, the Boston Police Department helped Twitter make its stock market debut. The company founders wanted frequent Twitter users. CMOs ringing police using Twitter to keep people informed after the marathon bombings. The department's chief of public information, Cheryl Fiandaca, represented the department. Now, Twitter was expected to trade around $26 a share. But the first sale, just before 11 o'clock this morning, was much higher. It was more than $45. And within it was up to $50 a share. It's high for the day. Shares dropped a few bucks as the day went on, closed at just $4 a share.
How about that? All right, thank you, Lisa. Facebook is coming back to the Boston area. The social media network's founders first came up with the idea at Harvard University before they moved out west. John Keller joins us now. John, the House Speaker, I guess, made it his mission to bring Facebook back home.
Yeah, he did, Jack, and while only a handful of jobs are involved, the new Facebook engineering office in Cambridge is a positive development, no question. But as this notches, it addressed the plight of blue-collar workers, a problem made more acute by the surprising defeat this week of the East Boston casino plan.
Today is just a wonderful day for our Massachusetts economy.
House Speaker Robert DeLeo celebrating the payoff of an 18-month lobbying effort to bring Facebook jobs back to the state where the companies concede. It's the latest chapter in the state's mostly successful effort to brand itself as an international for the high-tech economy, including millions in grants and tax breaks to spur developments like the Boston Seaport Innovation District, a budding hive of technology companies. Is this our economic future?
I think it's one of our economic futures. I hate to think that this is it.
And that's the dark cloud over today's good news about Facebook. While these are fat times for white-collar workers in tech, healthcare, and other professional sectors, the state continues to suffer through what economists have called a blue-collar depression, a slump casino jobs we're supposed to help reverse.
No casino.
But the Suffolk Downs Casino, a pet project of Speaker DeLeo's, has been emphatically rejected by a mostly blue-collar electorate, taking some of the fizz out of the Facebook celebration.
I don't think that any job in Massachusetts can be considered too small that we can just say, well, we can forget about that and let's talk about Facebook and maybe some of these high-tech jobs. I think those are the type of people that we have to worry about.
Now, Speaker DeLeo says Suffolk Downs faces an uphill battle to shift their casino plan inside the city limits of Revere, which voted overwhelmingly in favor of it on Tuesday. And with casino proposals getting decidedly mixed reactions in other communities, well, it looks like the search for an end to our blue-collar depression may have to rely on other options. Jack and Lisa, back to you.
Keep our fingers crossed. John, thank you. Faneuil Hall, by the way, and the Quincy Market getting ready for the holiday.
Yeah, the Christmas tree just arrived today. It goes up tomorrow. Then come the decorations. Workers will add 30,000 lights and 1,000 strobes. Big job. It's going to take 12 days. Now, the tree had its own adventure. It was cut down on Long Island, put on a ferry, and then put on a truck arriving in Boston.
There was a couple in Long Island that had the tree on their property, and it was actually compromised by Hurricane Sandy. So they knew they were going to have to cut down the tree at point.
Interesting history. WBZ proud to broadcast the evening tree lighting ceremony. You will see it right here live Saturday, November 23rd at 7:30.
Boy, is time rushing along. My, oh my. Coming up on WBZ News at 6 o'clock, a new start for another holiday tradition. The plans now in place for First Night Boston. Celebration will cost you less this year.
Should a driver be allowed to have this license plate? The man who was taking his fight vanity played all the way to the New Hampshire Supreme Court.
And after 60s this morning, the cold air is moving in, and cold predominant theme in the long-range forecast. All the details coming up in a few minutes.
At Mako, we're experts in both collision repair and auto painting. We've serviced over 17 million cars and offer a nationwide warranty. So come to the body shop that's easy, affordable, and reliable. Mako, America's body shop.
3, 2, 1.
Experience over 40,000 square feet of American-made solid wood furniture. furnishings at La Furniture. Choose from over 50 quality brands at outlet prices. La Chance Furniture Showrooms. Take a ride to Gardner and see the difference.
How do you measure a great bag? It's in the storied places and traditions of an institution with the wisdom that brings successful change. Thoughtful leadership, embracing the freshness and color of new traditions and new families with new stories. As Hingham Savings brings community banking to new neighborhoods, in new places, loyalty and trust will be the true measure of our success. Hingham Savings.
Okay, 6 more visits, and you'll have your new dentures.
6.
6.
How about 3?
6.
4.
6.
4.5.
6.
5.
6.
Okay, hold it. Let's try something new.
Okay, Mrs. Tucker, your dentures will be ready this Friday. You can do that? We do that.
No way.
Yes, way.
No, no.
Yes. Wow.
Aspen Dental is doing whatever it takes to give America a healthy mouth, like on-site denture labs, which is in days, not weeks. Call 1-800-ASPEN-DENTAL, because your mouth is our mission.
In Italy, there is one mozzarella cheese brand at the heart of every kitchen, in the center of every table.
Galvani.
Mozzarella cheese so authentic, so deliciously meltable, you can resist.
Galvani.
Now Sorrento has joined with Galvani to continue making authentic mozzarella cheese here in the U.S. Enjoy the true taste of Italy at your table.
Galvani.
With Sorrento, now Galvani, Italy's favorite cheese brand.
Hi, we can't come to the phone. I'm renovating the bathroom. Kate and the kids are staying with their mom. I got guys in here tearing down walls and putting in bathtubs, so leave a message and I'll get back to you when I can.
Oh, honey, hope you're not working too hard. Miss you.
At Bathfitter, we know you have better things to do with your time. One-day installation, no mess, no fuss, and a lifetime warranty. Call now for a free in-home estimate or visit our website and discover what millions of people already have.
At Mako, we're experts in both collision repair and auto painting. We've serviced over 17 million cars and offer a nationwide warranty. So come to the body shop that's easy, affordable, and reliable. Mako, America's body shop.
Well, a man who legally changed his name to Human says New Hampshire is traveling on his right to free speech.
He wants to get a vanity plate that reads, "Cops lie," but the Department of Motor Vehicles says no. As New Hampshire Bureau Chief Michael Rosenfield explains tonight, this fight has now gone all the way to the state's Supreme Court.
David Montenegro, now known as Human, versus the New Hampshire Division of Motor Vehicles.
This Rochester, New Hampshire man who legally changed his name to Human, fighting to get a license plate that reads "Cops Lie" on his Chevy Caprice. He says it's all about free speech.
The law in this case is the First Amendment to the United States Constitution.
But the Department of Motor Vehicles says a vanity plate can be denied if a reasonable person might find it offensive to good taste.
It was an accusation against all officers relative to their morality and their position as law enforcement officers.
Human originally applied for the Cops Lie license plate back in 2010. The clerk refused to accept it, setting in motion this lawsuit that got all the way to the New Hampshire Supreme Court.
The decision as to whether it's offensive good taste is inherently subjective and depends on who's making the evaluation.
Human says he decided cops lie when he was arrested twice for attempted jaywalking and protesting police misconduct.
If I could condense all of the problems that I've seen in New Hampshire government down to a single soundbite small enough to fit on a license plate, cops lie would be it.
Justices could take several months to reach their opinion. In Concord, New Hampshire, Michael Rosenfield, WBZ News.
Well, some big changes in the weather, and we were looking back 1 year ago. We had kind of a mess here.
Oh my gosh, we were in the midst of a nor'easter. Let's send it over to our chief meteorologist, Eric Fisher. And Eric, by comparison, today was a beauty.
Yes, absolutely. It makes you really appreciate the gorgeous fall we've had this year, because the last couple really were something to see. And take a look at some of the video. This was on this date 1 year ago. And if you remember, this was the storm that followed Sandy. And it was a big issue because all the beaches were compromised, the dunes were down, and you had a nor'easter coming up the coast. Some folks still didn't have power, and then you were adding snow on top of it. We saw several inches around the Boston area, over a half foot in the 84 corridor down through Connecticut. It's a sign of what can happen this time of year. The question is, will we see it next week. Well, it's a little too early to say, but it will be cold enough. Right now, it's mild enough, or that's not a problem. We're just seeing some raindrops come down. The heaviest rain is now transitioning off the Cape. Still some lingering showers. They're out of Boston by 7. We'll clear Cape Cod between 9 and 10 o'clock tonight. And then all the rain will be gone. It's beneficial rain. Today was a very much needed event. And we're seeing the clouds start to move out with that. And as you can see, there's not much behind it except for colder air. Lots of 30s and 40s on the map all across the Great Lakes. This is the air mass that comes in and changes out the one that we had today with that above average temperature scheme with 60s this morning. Still in the low 50s. Boston out toward the Cape, but already falling back to the west. Look at Worcester at 3, coming in at 30 miles per hour. Nantucket just gusted to 32. So even though the rain is moving out, the wind will not subside all that much this evening until after midnight at the very least. So we clear out, falling temperatures back into the 30s, even some low 30s on the map by tomorrow morning. A very crisp feel. It'll wake you up on Friday, get the last day of the work week started. Sunrise is at 6:26. We will see plenty of that sun. We head through the day. We'll stay in the 40s. Very blustery with wind gusts that could get to 35 miles per hour. So it's going to feel completely different compared to what we had today. Maybe even a couple snowflakes out toward the Berkshires tomorrow and into the Monadnocks of New Hampshire. So the air masses, they have completely changed out. And as we head toward the weekend, we're going to start really chilly on Saturday. Do you think the sun will fade between some high and mid-level cloudiness as we head through the afternoon? Most of the moisture stays to the north of this one. Maybe we get a shower Saturday night into early Sunday, but most of this stays up to the north. And I'll tell you what, with the changing cold pattern, they're going to love it. So there'll be snow in all areas in northern New England next week. Locally, 48 degrees on, say, the fade afternoon, dry day. Brief shower possible, especially southern New Hampshire Sunday morning, but mainly it's a dry Sunday, and the afternoon looks pretty good. Then the bigger changes for next week. A huge area of high pressure is going to come down out of Canada, bring lots of cold air along with it. That's the high confidence part of the forecast. Here's the lower confidence part. A storm will develop. It'll be somewhere around the Ohio Valley toward the mid-Atlantic. It may come up the coast. It may slide out to sea. It's still too early to tell, but with all that cold in place, things could certainly get interesting. This evening, this now, just coming in a couple minutes ago, the strongest system to ever make landfall ever recorded on Earth. This super typhoon, if you want to learn more, go on Twitter. Lots of information at Eric Fisher. Here's your WBZ AccuWeather 7-day forecast. Once we get past the weekend, Veterans Day, it looks fine. The front's not here yet. But then that Arctic blast comes Monday night. Very cold Tuesday and Wednesday. We will watch the coast. Nothing to get worried about just yet. Jack, Lisa, back to you.
All right, Eric, thanks. And Bruins, unfortunately, pretty cold right now, too.
Yeah, they got to warm up.
Yeah.
A little surprising. I know. We wanted them to start out fast. Bruins hope to get back to their winning ways when they take on the Florida Panthers tonight. The Garden, the Bees have lost 4 out of the last 5 games. And if you're headed to the Garden, hoping to see old friend Tim Thomas in the Panthers net, well, you're going to be a little bit disappointed. The 39-year-old is on injured reserve with a right leg injury. He is expected to be with the team, and Bees GM Peter Chiarelli told Sports Hub Bruins plan to have a video tribute for Thomas tonight. Meanwhile, the Celtics finally won their first game of the season last night, topping the Jazz at the Garden 97-87 to improve to 1-4 on the year. Brandon Bass led the way offensively with 20 points. It was also Brad Stevens' first win as head coach of the Celtics.
I think we played 2 pretty good games back-to-back, so that's the most positive thing moving forward. And, you know, hopefully we feel better about ourselves as we move forward.
It's big for a team, especially our team right now. You know, coming off 4 tough games, to get a win, have that confidence, and now hopefully we can ride that and learn from that, and grow as a team with that.
This feels good. We've been close in every game, and now to finally get over the hump and finish out and get the win, it feels pretty good.
Meanwhile, earlier this afternoon on the Sports Hub, Celtics President of Basketball Operations, Danny Ainge, said Rajon Rondo has been cleared for limited contact in practice. He said the guard can absorb contact in one-on-one drills, but still can't practice 5-on-5. Ainge also said the team still doesn't know when he'll return to the lineup after undergoing ACL surgery in February. Well, over in Patriot Nation, the Patriots continue to enjoy their time away from the field. After all, it is their bye week, and they deserve it. Despite all the changes in the offense and the injuries on defense, the Pats are still 7-2. So what's the big secret? Tom Brady filled us in doing a one-on-one with Scott Zolek from Patriots All Access.
There was no panic, and there was no loss of composure or poise by anybody. And that's really been a strength of our team. There's some mental toughness on our team. We've dealt with a lot, and we fought through some pretty tough circumstances, losing particular players. That's the way the NFL is, and it's to win these games on a weekly basis, you got to be mentally tough, and we're finding ways to do it. It's a little bit different every week, but the only thing that matters in the end is whether you win or lose. And I think that's the most important thing at 7-2 in the bye week, to reevaluate where we're at, and so that we can play our best football going forward.
Well, good stuff from Tom Turner. You can see the rest of the interview tomorrow night at 7 on Pitchers All Access right here on WBZ. And we may not have the Pats game on Sunday, but we still have Patriots game day at 11:30. Then a doubleheader. First, the Bengals and Ravens at 1, followed by the Broncos and Chargers at 4:25. And then we'll wrap up the week. That was on Sports Final Sunday night after the 11 o'clock news. So there you go. 7-2. You're looking.
And Oregon plays tonight against Stanford.
Of course, and you know, you're all over those Ducks.
Great matchup. Well, still to come, better than ever. The fresh start for first night. What's new for the New Year's celebration?
CBS Tonight.
Hey, you?
Hey! Josh Groban plays an ex-boyfriend.
He wrote you a love song.
And he's kind of a stalker.
Oh, that's not creepy.
Oh, and this happens. Robin Williams.
Let Australia transform you.
What else you got?
New Crazy Ones. Then it's the one and only Wonder Woman.
She was my first celebrity crush. Wonder Woman!
Okay, you can let go now.
Here are 2.5 Men after the Crazy Ones. CBS Tonight, 9/8 Central.
Ready, set, celebrate. It's the K&G 50% off pre-holiday event. Take 50% off all men's designer suits. Choose from designer brands, prices starting at just $75. And take 50% off select men's and ladies' boots and outerwear. But hurry, sale ends Monday.
K&G.
AdCare Hospital is a medical facility specializing in the treatment of alcohol and drug addiction.
From hospital love care to outpatient services, AdCare provides individualized treatment.
Call 1-800-345-3552 or visit adcare.com.
While New England weather is always changing, there's one thing you can count on. The WBZ Mobile AccuWeather Lab, bringing you to the middle of the storm and tracking weather right in your neighborhood. The WBZ Mobile AccuWeather Lab, powered by your New England ships.
There once lived a pirate named Blackbeard. He was not nice. Delete not nice. The most ruthless pirate ever. He had a hook for a hand and one eye. Express that. He had an egg beater for a hand and no eyes. Blackbeard stole gold, but worse, he stole children. Delete! Click. Save.
Give Dragon to everyone on your holiday list. Visit GetDragon.com or your local retailer.
That's no way to enjoy the game. You need my Bob's All Value team. I paid my competition over $800 for this sofa. Why? To prove that paying more doesn't mean you get more. At $7.99, my sofa and love seat is $50 less than their sofa alone.
Want theirs? No thanks. Yours is a cert value. A bona fide value.
Gonna need more nachos.
It's open enrollment time at the Massachusetts Health Connector.
If you already have a plan through the Health Connector, this year you need to reapply.
It's time to go to the website to compare health plans from leading insurance companies side by side. You'll find new plans,
new savings and benefits,
like dental coverage from leading carriers. Now that's something to smile about.
Visit mahealthconnector.org to reapply.
Or enroll for the first time.
Open the door to benefits and savings waiting for you at the Health Connector.
Enroll now.
Ready, set, celebrate. It's the K&G 50% off pre-holiday event. Take 50% off all men's designer suits. Choose from designer brands, prices starting at just $75. And take 50% off select men's and ladies' sweaters, boots, and outerwear. But hurry, sale ends Monday.
K&G. First, the CBS Evening News is coming up in a few moments at 6:30.
And Scott Pelley joins us live from New York with a preview. Scott?
Jack, Lisa, great to be with you in Boston. You've already reported the FDA's decision to ban trans fats. We wondered why the FDA has now decided these foods that we've been eating all of these years are unsafe. So we sat down with the head of the FDA, Dr. Margaret Hamburg, to tell us why she believes these foods must be banned. We'll have that story and the rest of the world news for you on the CBS Evening News in a little over 5.
Scott, thank you. Now, more on breaking news we told you about at the top of our show tonight. We just spoke with the FBI about the 2 weapons stolen from an agent's vehicle parked at an agent's home in the suburbs. The weapons look like this. They're a pair of high-powered rifles.
There are various protocols that we have related to weapon storage and retention. The loss of any FBI weapon automatically initiates an internal investigation. An internal investigation determines the weapons were stored properly. In this case specifically, I can't discuss as it is a personnel matter.
Well, the FBI is mad as heck about this. FBI offering a $20,000 reward.
Well, this is something to look forward to. It's a new life for First Night. Boston's New Year's Eve celebration is on. The official announcement just made today. And for a while, it looked like the nation's oldest First Night party would go dark. But a lot of Boston area organizations stepped up big with their support. And organizers are promising this year's party is going to be better than ever.
It's a very special time where families come out and enjoy themselves that evening. And you have the early fireworks for the families, and you have the later fireworks, and then on Harbor.
Will you be in the parade again this year?
I'll be in the parade, that's for sure. I'll lead the parade off.
Well, this is even more family friendly. The price has actually gone down for these admission buttons. They're just $10 this year. You can buy them online right now, and soon you'll be able to buy them at some Bank of America branches and also at some CVS stores. Musical headliners, they've been announced. It's poet, singer-songwriter Patti Smith, local favorite Dan Zanes, and the gospel-singing Blind Boys of Alabama. Once again, we here at WBZ are proud to be the official TV sponsor of First Night. You'll be able to see all the fun right here.
All right, look forward to that. We'll be back with a check on the weather.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Massachusetts. We're dedicated to helping our members live happier lives.
Buying a used car can be risky business, and the accident history reports you rely on may not be so reliable.
It may not be safe.
The I-Team went undercover and found a big problem putting drivers at risk.
You could end up buying something that is not at all what you thought it was.
Carfax or fiction. Tonight on WBZ News at 11.
Looking for something a little different for your home? At Circle Furniture, we offer gorgeous upholstery, stylish rugs and accessories, and beautiful New England-made hardwood furniture. Order today for holiday delivery. Circle Furniture, made for real life.
Tell her how your love has grown with 1/3 carat journey pendants for $99. The Jewelry Exchange imports and produces diamonds direct and manufactures jewelry using the latest technology. Compare Tiffany's 1/4 carat diamond 18 carat band for $2,700 with the Jewelry Exchanges for $539. 14 carat is $349, 10 carat $199. 3-ounce tennis bracelets are $299 and 1 carat studs are $599. Save up to 80% by buying diamond and factory direct. The Jewelry Exchange in Sudbury.
Now for one very special evening, Liza's coming live. Liza Minnelli, Friday, November 8th at Foxwoods Resort Casino. Spend an unforgettable evening as Liza performs her greatest hits. For tickets, visit foxwoods.com or 1-800-200-2882. Don't miss Liza Minnelli live.
One click on buyatoyota.com and you can find the biggest selection of Toyota inventory. And then see every Toyota special offer there is, even those not seen on TV. Buyatoyota.com, Toyota's official website for deals. The Phantom Gourmet Wine and Food Fest, Saturday, November 9th at the Boston Center for the Arts. 3 dozen wines from around the world, 10 of Phantom's favorite foods, and tons of fun. Major discounts if you buy now at phantomgourmet.com.
Anything that comes my way, I will defeat it. It will not defeat me.
I never thought I was different. It was never really concerning me. It was like, this is who I am, and you do best with what you got. There's obstacles in life, there's obstacles on this course. It's how you deal with them and how you're able to overcome that defines a person.
Entertaining this holiday season? Get your home holiday ready with gorgeous furniture from Circle Furniture. Our American-made upholstery comes in exciting fabrics and styles. Order today for holiday delivery. Circle Furniture, made for real life.
On foot patrols like this, it is a daily reality. Afghans out in front, backed up by American soldiers.
A world of original reporting on the CBS Evening News.
Coming up tonight here on WBZ News at 11, getting the most for your money buying a used car. Tonight, the I-Team uncovers questions about the reliability of a popular service that a lot of people use to find a previously owned car's hidden flaws. Tonight at 11, what our investigation revealed that could save you a lot of money the next time you buy a car.
Also at 11, we'll have the very latest on the breaking news. Those 2 high-powered rifles stolen from an FBI SWAT vehicle. FBI now offering a $20,000 reward. They want them back.
And for the first time in a while, a lot to be watching in our forecast.
Yes, things have gotten a lot busier lately. Tonight, we're already getting that exchange of air, so Worcester, Middlesex County already feeling it. Tonight, we're back in the 30s, and the rain is gone by 9 p.m., and then tomorrow, all about the cold. A lot going on. I'm putting a blog on right now, cbsboston.com, on that typhoon, and then later tonight, I'll put one up on our chances for a storm next week.
Wow, two big stories.
Yes, absolutely.
That typhoon is hitting where that earthquake hit, too, isn't it?
Yeah, unfortunately, this looks like it's going to be a pretty sad story.
What a tragedy there. That does it for us tonight. Thanks for watching.